Alright, a quick recap before we get started with this episode. We're starting with quite a few bad negative national spirits that I need to take care of, as well as the fact that I have zero war support and almost no manpower, and my industry is still struggling quite a bit. Now, I do have a plan of how I'm going to sort this out as we go. Using the focus tree, I'm going to boost up New Vegas, expand my territory here into the divide, which is quite important to do quite early, and then I'll end off seeing what happens here at the first battle of Hoover Dam, because that will affect the rest of my game quite a bit. Now, before we get started, I want to just get some more money, so I'm going to promote my New Vegas node here, and I want to begin a trade route to make more money, and the best one seems to be with North Phoenix. There we go. Okay, so I'll give me some more money. Now, one of the biggest, or the only real big change I've made between episodes is that I have split up my units into two. One led by Raul will be leading my infantry, and then my Securitron AI will be leading my Securitrons in the Necrophilian Battalion. I've done this so I can focus the traits better on the unit types, even though I'm going to be using quite a mixture of units for this playthrough. As much as I can, I'm going to keep the units quite focused on the type of unit that they are using. I have decided to use Boone as my commanding officer. Basically, I'm choosing between him and Raul. It all came down to planning and logistics. Boone's currently -1 because I just promoted him, but his planning and logistics is higher than Raul, and in a day, that's why I chose him. Okay, so what focus am I going to do? It is going to be the reunion. The courier has received a signal, coordinates that lead to the canyon wreckage west of Prim. Following the coordinates are the words Courier 6 with another sign Ulysses. This will lead the courier to the divide, a war-torn community of mutants. The NCR's interests in this region may interfere with the investigation. Again, get the event of the reunion. Now, I'm doing this because the branch I'm going to follow in conquering the divide afterwards gives me quite interesting tech, among other things, and I want to do it now because the NCR is preparing to invade the rapids here, and we all know as soon as they're done with that, they're going to head towards the divide, so I need to take it first. Resistors finished researching. Now I'm going to move on to vacuum tubes for another 3% boost to my research speed. And the first tourism results are in for the year. Again, I didn't win against New Reno, but I still got 46,000 bottle caps and +1 to my development of New Vegas. Now, moving forward, I am going to be carrying on competing for this. But from the previous episode, I found that these decisions to give me tourists and take away from Reno don't seem to be working. So I'm going to be focusing on the ones purely that give me more tourists. Hopefully that will work out, because right now I have 4,000 and Reno has 8,000. So I'm going to see if that can make the difference. But still, my main focus with regards to my caps is going to be getting military signing bonus and the new citizen care package, so I can get more manpower and get more daily compliance respectively. My makeshift saws have finished being researched, so now next is dynamite, and I am going to put these into production right away, and then I'm also going to deploy this unit of infantry. I know they're not fully trained up, but I want as many units on the field as possible for the upcoming fight with the divide. Alright, so the organizations have requested that I build more military factories, 16 in total, and I currently have 13. if I get this right, they will be giving me something like, I think it's about like 100,000 caps. If I fail it, I think I'll lose something like 10 or 15 opinion points. I don't really care about the opinion, but I care about the money, so I am going to try and do this. So I'm going to move that up and hope for the best that I can get these bolts quick enough. And finally, I have 150 political power. I'm not going to wait until the next pause in the game. I need to increase my conscription law from disarmed nation up to wasteland militias, so I can just get the extra 1.5% in my recruitable population. I will take it up more later on if I get the chance. So at the same time that the NCR have declared war on the Rapids, I've got my event, the Reunion. Investigation of the message from a man named Ulysses leads to a place called the Divide. Many locals say that this area was once a thriving wasteland community, now its surviving residents scattered to the wastes outside Hopeful and Ashton, which were reduced to rubble. To be able to find Ulysses and learn the secrets of this place, the outlying areas of Hopeful and Ashton must be secured to allow deep investigation of the Divide's more dangerous places. Vegas may need to renegotiate its treaty with the NCR, who has plans to control the region. And proceed to the Divide disregarding the NCR will give me claims and a war goal on the core territories. Now luckily I'm in a faction with them, so I don't think I have to fight over it. There's my war goal. Now for my next focus I want to go for while I'm fighting is I want to go for King's Gambit, but I need to get Freeside revitalized to do that, which is over here. So I'm going to start the chain with the King. The King is the voice and soul of the people of New Vegas, the downtrodden, many who lived in the ruins of the place before it became a bastion of civilization once again. Frustrated with the mistreatment of his people and distrustful of the NCR, the King hopes to create a New Vegas that will put people first. And the King, National Spirit, will grant me plus 2.5 political power per day. But now it is time to declare war on the Divide. Send the 6th Division into battle, and let's see how this goes. I do want to do this call to arms because I want to know exactly when the fight with the Rapids ends. I won't let them join my war just yet. I want to take as many victory points myself as I can. Okay, so far so good. Okay, there's Ambrosia Valley done. Okay, that's hostile takeovers done there. Okay, let's see if we can
self-control is a virtue. Enjoy all the Vegas Strip has to offer.
encircle and take out this unit here. Okay, it's encircled. Because I will get victory points for encircling enemies. So that was refined warfare done. So I've changed over from automated warfare. Now concentration of force. This will give my infantry and all my army units a nice boost to breakthrough and army organization. Does take my recruitable population down by 10%, but that's something to be expected if you're doing refined warfare. It's okay. Once I take the Divide and core it, I should be getting a nice amount of manpower. Okay, there we go. Alright, so these guys can get back into the line and we can carry on pushing southwards. Don't be concerned about this 0. It's because for some reason I need convoys and I don't have any. That's why I'm getting that negative result. Okay, the King is finished. Now let me go back down here and go for every man a king. The kings are about an idea, you see, where every man is free to follow his own path, do his own thing. Where every man is a king in his own right. And it's a quote from The King. My crew population is going up by 1.5% and my infantry organization is going up by 5%. Okay. Let's carry on pushing here. Now I do have traits for infantry. Oh, that's nice though. Take them out. And also a trait for this necrophilian for robot attack and defense as well. And there's more manpower. Brilliant. Let me go for local workspaces so I can get more factory output and 2% more to my recruitable population. Okay, these guys are pushing nicely. Let me take a risk and try to take Hopeful while it is exposed. Because if I'm lucky, then I won't have to call in my NCR buddies. Okay, more factories. I'm going to leave that alone until after the war's done, because you never know how things are going to be subtracted. Okay, Christopher Wright is in power of New Reno now. I'm not sure which path that is. We'll have to find out. Okay, let's hope these guys can hold this area and we can take the next one. Oh, dynamite's done as well, that's great. Okay, so now I'm going to wait a little bit. I want to get my political power up to 100 so I can take my next research. How long will that take? 30 days research. Okay, that's fine. What decisions are these? Okay, you can go away, you can go away. There we are. Okay, so just going to wait until that reaches 100. There's a reason behind my madness, which I will show you when we get there. This is the one I'm worried about. That's the attack one I'm worried about. Oh, every man a king is done. Okay, looks like I could start the silo, but I don't want to do it while I'm at war. I'll continue down here. Revitalize Freeside. The strip may be the wealthiest portion of New Vegas, but its people and its soul live in Freeside, with innumerable lesser shops and small homesteads. Offering them more proper funding surely win over the love of the people of New Vegas. So more political power gain. So it'll take me as extra 0.5 and plus 5% to my stability. That's also great. Okay, these guys are just reinforcing just too quickly for me right now. But hopefully the counter can carry on climbing now that their main capital's taken. And they've lost all that... what other decisions are here? Oh, there we go. Okay, can't do any of those yet. Wonder why I didn't get anything, a warning up top here. There we go. Fall back from no supply. That's it. That's exactly what I want. How are things going here in the rapids? Okay, they're fighting all right. Volatile shack market, oversight. And there we go. Okay, so the reason I've been waiting is because I want to get another unique major business, the Silver Rush energy weapon. Now you can get this and still go ballistic, but I'm going to go for energy weapons. So that's done there. And with my 80% research bonus, I'm going to go for recharger pistols. Okay, and I just realized I have not put my dynamite into production, and there was actually a factory there waiting for that. Okay, so that's done now as well. Fantastic. Come on guys, you can do this. Maybe I should push in with just one from here. No. Okay, now you are guarding there. Let's see if I can push one unit, actually both units, push them that way. Oh, there's more resistance. Okay. Okay, they're taking that area. No. Well, you get back there. Okay, revitalize free side is done. Okay. Move all the way down here. Now I'm going to go for the atomic wrangler. You can get this. Basically, you can go for either follow support or atomic wrangler. I'm going for this one, and in order to get on the good side of the people of free side, we have to deal with the Garrett twins who owns the atomic wrangler, and I'm going to get event Rang Dang atomic debt collector. A lot of references to the old quests here from Fallout New Vegas. Now let's see if we can take these two and get you in there, see if that can do something. Maybe that will have a big enough impact. Then all we need to do is take up Mountain Springs. Oh, who do we have here?
Always a pleasure.
Brilliant. Just in time. I've noticed now my manpower's been climbing quite nicely. And there's my aircraft. Let's start biplane fighter. But airplanes into production. I'll put you there. Okay, when a factory becomes available, I can work on them. Okay, that was the wrappers taken care of. Don't want any of that. Make sure that, yes, okay, the NCR got all of that. Now, if they're asked to get involved in this war here, I will say yes. There we are. Join war, accept. Okay. Now, I should still get enough. There we go. Okay. Yes, done. I got everything I needed. 3. Select all. They will just need to be the tipping point. Now, let me put my army, because the only area of I have open to me now is the Sky Reavers to the north, and these guys can do some training. And you see things are really starting to improve. I've got 3% war support now, which is a lot better than 0, and I am over 1,000 manpower. So that's brilliant. Now, Wang Tang atomic debt collector. The Garrett twins sure know how I have a lot of demands, collecting debts from people who owe them and finding new employees for their establishment. They even wanted to find a sex bot for some sick reason. Now it's time for them to hold their end of the bargain and tie support from the citizens of Freeside. So improve our reputation with Freeside. So base war support plus 10% and 75,000 bottle caps are now mine. So I'm going to use that money to get me some 4,000. See, 4,014. Damn it. Okay, let's go for. This will take 75 days, 47, 25 days. Okay, I'm just going to do this one here, because otherwise it's not going to have effect. Then I'm going to break away from that, because now I've finished the war against Divide. Now I want to do this branch as soon as possible, starting off with the silo. Divide has multiple nuclear silos that only one allows a path to move forward. Hopeful silo is a death trap filled with pre-war military gear. Prospectors will need to be hired to recover anything of value in this old military facility and clear the path, and we're going to invent the silo. Now, something else I want to do is boost up my templates. starting with my infantry company, I am going to be adding on enforcers, and then no. Combined arms platoons. Give them a little bit of armor, and then the combined arm platoon will give them both a massive boost to their soft attack, hard attack, breakthrough, and piercing. And one more, and I am going energy weaponry, so let me find, actually I'm tempted to take this NCR template. No, I'll take the laser rifles for now. Okay, so that one is done. I have enough, so we can do that. Next one I want to edit is my power armor. I'm going to use my general purpose one here of 1 fire team, 1 demolition, and then the rest power armor, 20 width. And do I have enough to do anti-tank? No, I do not. Okay, anti-tank's gonna have to wait for a bit. That's alright. Make that elite. Change that to my good old T51. I'll change the name later on. And let's train you guys. This will be Chorus Killers. There we go. And while I'm at it, let's start making some more Securitrons as well. So cancel that to get some more manpower. Okay, we are good for now. So what happened in the silo? The dangers of the divide has shown itself. Dormant defense systems with its old military facilities and a war band of skinless mutants wearing the garbs of both Legion and NCR hinders our progress. It was a hard-fought battle, but the hopeful silo bunker has been cleared for scavenging. It's time to press forward into the divide. Hopeful awaits. And this one I'll tell you why we're doing this so early. Rocket red glare, and I'll be beginning another event shortly. So let's start producing the unique demolition gear there. And next focus is going to be the launch. It's time to move further into the divide and figure out what Ulysses wants. A scouting mission on Hopeful proper. Up until the high road to Austin must be started. Get the event the high road. Now, it doesn't look like I am going to be able to get the military factories built in time. 21 days to go, and I haven't finished a single one. Oh well, actually, almost got it there. But I still don't think I'm going to be able to get that last one that I need. And a day later, we have the job. Upon reaching the city of Hopeful itself, the courier has received another message from Ulysses. He tells his story. A tribal who became Legion Fumitari, disguised as a courier, he went to spy on the west and eventually locating Hoover Dam for Kaiser. It seems the man has no love for the Legion. To get away from despair, he found a home in the divide, but before he can be at peace, that home was destroyed. He returned to being a courier in order to track down who destroyed it. But who? He did not tell. The only thing Courier 6 learned is that Ulysses was supposed to be the courier to deliver the platinum chip. What is it his intent about talking about history? We'll have to find out. Alright, and the new tourism season results are in, and unfortunately I lost once again. But I did gain 57,000 bottle caps and some more development to New Vegas. Now before I click that and carry on, I was planning on boosting up my trade law to discourage traders, but unfortunately I can't. So instead I'm going to go from muzzle dissident to state press. I'm going to lose some political power gain, but I'm going to get a massive boost of 12% to my compliance growth speed, so I'll take that one instead. And then I have enough arm experience now to add on my anti-tank for some more piercing to my power armor unit. And then what to do now with this. 150, 3,000, 2,000, 4,000. Okay, so I can actually get these two and get 5,000 total. They got 14,000. There we go. Let's do that and see what happens. The high road. Along the road to Ashton, many treasures lie hidden. One of particular interest is ride armor more advanced than what the NCR Rangers wear, but eventually the road leads to a dead end as the tunnel leading to Ashton fully collapsed. Not long after, Ulysses sent yet another message. He mentions the great significance of a thriving community in the Divide, how it garnered the attention of the NCR and Legion, and that the Courier helped it flourish by traveling this path. I've walked many paths. This doesn't mean anything, replied Courier 6. Ulysses spoke. It means everything, even if you deny it or cast it aside. Walk west into the sun, keep walking until it dies. There I'll be waiting. I'm the reason the Divide flourished, and I get sophisticated Special Forces tech and another event, the launch. So this definitely means that when I get enough army experience, I will be training at least one unit of light Special Forces to take advantage of that. Next focus is going to be the Divide. The way to Ashton is opened. It's time to find Ulysses and finally get some answers. Get event the Divide. And I have some aircraft to create my first squadron. So triplane attackers. I'm going to set them up as I always do. So it'll be close air support and put on normal operations so they only work when they're above 25% strength and the squadron disappears. And I'm going to attach them to my first battalion. There we go. And the launch. Exploring further, a way to Ashton has been found through another missile silo. Fighting through its defense system and the skinless freaks will be nothing new, but the facility is struck in its launch state. The launch sequence needs to be continued in order to unlock the silo's containment doors. Initiating launch in 3, 2, 1, and an ICBM was launched towards the southwest. There was an active nuke and its target is unknown. I hope that missile doesn't hit anything important. And again, Courier's mail, so for 180 days, minus 20% to my war support, to my stability, minus 50% to my war support, so I'll go back down to 0. But I do get shouldered mounted machine guns. This is why you want to do this as early as you can. And I now have insufficient resources and water. But I know a way to sort that out. Where are the followers? Yes, okay. So, hire follow agricultural experts. This, in 80 days, I'll get 6 water in Ashton, and I'll also add a building slope, which is nice. So that will take care of that problem. Vacuum tubes is finished. So now, let's move on to primitive radio. Now the Divide. The doors to the main silo of the Divide has been found. A last radio conversation with Ulysses takes place before Courier 6 reaches his sanctum. Ulysses recounts how a package delivered by the Courier detonated the nuclear warheads in the silos, causing the destruction of the Divide. He reiterates how this was a chance for a better nation, one he could consider home. Courier 6 denies responsibility, stating that it was an accident as the contents of the package were unknown. Ulysses refutes this as it is still a choice to deliver the package. You led me here to get revenge then, asked the Courier. No, it's about the message you carried, that one can create a nation but can also kill it. The bear and the bull offer no future, they shall burn. The way lies ahead, and there you and I will have an ending to things. That's by Ulysses. And you've learned the wrong message. Add old world history, which gives me more political power gain of 15% and another 10% boost to my war support. So it's taking me up to 8. That's great. And now, the Courier. Ulysses has been found. 2 couriers beneath the flag of the old world. What will be the outcome of this historic clash? So concentration of force came with some good and some bad. A boost to my army, but also taking away some recruitable population. Now time for rapid deployment. Organization regain goes up 50%. Unfortunately, training time goes up at 10%, but my entire army will now move 10% faster. Then, as for how I want to modify my government, I think it is time to choose my chief of the army, and I'm going to go for I think I'm going to go for defensive protocols, since I am looking at keeping my security trans as more of a defensive unit later on. So I'm going to go for that one. Yes. Local workspaces is finished. Now I want to get basic tools, just to increase my production efficiency cap and its growth as I move along. The Courier, let's see what happens with Ulysses. As the Courier approaches the inner sanctum of the silo, Ulysses stands in the middle of the base command room surrounded by several ICBMs. So this is his means of burying the bull and the bear. The Courier tries to persuade Ulysses to halt his destructive plans. If you blame me for the destruction of your home, let me answer for it, not others. Ulysses points at your gunshot wound. No, you've already answered for it. Now the flag will follow. Will have to. The Courier senses that Ulysses has lost his faith in nations. The NCR and Legion are symbols of the old world history that only leads to ruin, and that new nations can become better or easily erased. The man has become extremely nihilistic and just wants everything to burn. Ulysses must be stopped. So, you can either convince Ulysses that his home can be rebuilt to get the event at the end, or kill Ulysses and gain control of the nukes. Now, what these choices end up with: if you kill him, you will, in the apocalypse event, you'll gain access to 7 nukes, and the world tension will go up by, I think it's 50%. So if you want to go that way. If we go for the end, we'll actually get Ulysses as a unit leader, which I personally prefer, so I'm going to go for that route. And now let's start ending things off with, I'm going to go for the tunneler threat first. Our actions in the Divide has shook the earth and awakened a new kind of monster that even more troublesome than Deathclaws. This threat must be eliminated if we are to secure Ashton and remove a potential threat to the entire wasteland. And Ashton and the Armagost Valley are going to become cores of New Vegas. And now it's time for the end. The Courier tries to persuade Ulysses to end his destructive path. He reminds him that nations can be built, a new home, one that could be better than both the bear and the bull. Ulysses said to himself that history can begin again. This time, the new nation has learned its lesson and will not let either the NCR or Legion take advantage of it. Ulysses takes time to ponder, but eventually agrees and decides to halt his plans. He tells the Courier to disable ICBMs in the Divide so it won't be used again, but the skinless inhabitants of the Divide would not let it be. Ulysses had not intended to back down and planned to let the so-called marked men storm the silo in case he failed to kill the Courier. After preparing themselves, the two Couriers fought side by side to fend off the marked men. It was a long and arduous battle. Injured and exhausted of supplies, both Ulysses and Courier 6 managed to disable the nukes and prevent them from being used by any malignant forces. Let's build a nation together. Ulysses becomes a general. And now my biplane fighters are all researched. I am going to carry on with my air tech for now. I'm going to get some carbine struts because it is a lot faster than the next level of tech, and this is going to give all my aircraft a 5% boost to their air defense. Let me put these guys into production. Let's put them there. Just reset this quickly. There we go. And my recharger pistols are ready. So I don't waste this research bonus. I'm going to go straight on for focusing rays to get some more piercing for everybody. Let's put them into production, and then I'll finally have enough army experience to do the first part of my light special forces. So this first part is just going to be 16 width. I'm not going to go for a normal flat out 20 width unit. I'm going to use these last slots. I think I'm going to put 2 combined arm platoons in here to get some nice boosts. I wanted to keep this as 8 units, so it basically stays the same as my power armor unit. So when it comes to calculating, it's the same. So I'm going to train just one of these, and I think they will be, yes, Boons. Bastards. That's a good one. There we go. So Tunnel Threat is finished. So now I'm going to do the next one here. The Markmen Remnants. The so-called Markmen are still lurking around the ruins of Hopeful. The residents of the Divide won't be able to build up their communities while these savage mutants still roam the area. And now Hopeful and the Kingston Range will also be cored. So I'll have cored the entire Divide within 2 focuses. I want to use this political power to get a military high command leader, and I'm going to go for subroutine alpha to get boost to my supply consumption and reinforced rate. As you can see, the NCR has declared war on the Valet bandits, which means they're also going to declare war on the Paz bandits. I am not going to get involved in this war, as it will take my war support back down to 0 and probably take my stability down to 20%, and frankly I cannot afford that right now. Okay, so Markmen Reverence means now the whole Divide is now cored and belongs to me. I want to get back down to this side of the world and finally get Freeside revitalized. The situation in Freeside seems to be getting a lot better, but it will take some time before the ramble straightens themselves out. But regardless, Freeside is open for business. So consumer good factories minus 2% and plus 10% to my stability. Primitive radio has finished researching, so now I'm going to carry on snaking around and get normal radio. You can see here that they are calling me to arms, and frankly I am just ignoring it. I'm very glad to be up at 2,500 manpower. It's freaking great. And Freeside has been revitalized, which means I can finally head back up top here and do the King's Gambit. The NCR needs manpower to hold the Mojave. With Courier 6 in control of Vegas, he forces a peaceful end to the NCR King's conflict in Freeside. Using his favor with the King, he tasks him with starting a war propaganda campaign throughout Vegas. So, modify the King, I get more, so that I'll get 0.5 extra political power gain per day, and I'm going to get 2 extra civilian factories as well. Carbon struts gave me some more air defense. Now let me get back up top here and let's do some lightweight materials for a little bit more range and a boost to my ground attack. Now I did during a short little break add on the subroutine gamma, which gave me some more recovery rate and division defense, as well as I took the new citizen care package to boot my compliance, and we'll see in 7 days what happens. But you can see I think we're going to lose the next tourist results as well. King's Gambit is finished, so now I'm going to go for the Hidden Valley Treaty. The NCR is overextended. They are having trouble protecting our supply lines and roads from raiders and Legion guerrillas. We must sign a treaty with Mojave Brotherhood, chapter of Steel, or Steel chapter, if the NCR is to continue expansion in the Mojave. In exchange for the Brotherhood Paladins to protect trade in the I-15, the NCR must promise to give up their salvage power armor technology when the war is over. Okay, well, the Mojave is already gone, but we don't have that national spirit, so we can still do this. Hidden Valley Treaty, let's go. And talking about power armor, my first unit is up and ready, which means Raoul here is going to get Pain Train for a boost to his heavy special forces, aka power armor. Alright, lost again in the tourism results, but this time got 161,000 bottle caps and another boost to my development of New Vegas. And also the Courier's Mile idea has expired, which means I'm up to 90% stability and 23% for my war support. This is the highest I've gotten so far. Let me just check if I can. Yes, I can promote this node once again, get a bit more from it, and let's see if I can go from the hub, if there's any. Oh yes, I do have an available route. Fantastic. Let's start another route there so I can make more money. Basic tools is finished. Let me go down to the bottom here, and now let's get some metal working for some more construction speed. Alright, let's see what the Hidden Valley Treaty gives us, since I already own the Hidden Valley. The Brotherhood and NCR in the Mojave Wasteland declared an official truce, despite continued hostilities between the two in the west. As per the agreement, the NCR will have to hand over all suits of salvage power armor in return for the Brotherhood's help to patrol the I-15 and Highway 95. Not likely, so I get 50 political power, 250 manpower. That's going to take me very close to 4,000. And I get Paladins patrol the waste, which gives me plus 7% to my research gain efficiency. Consumer good goes up by 5% though, and infrastructure construction speed goes up by 10%. That's not too bad. Now I cannot do the next one because I have to wait until the 1st of January 2279. So I now want to start on those negative or some of the negative national spirits I got from when I opened the casinos. Now, having another look, I wish maybe I had gone some of the unofficial choices, but I did stick with the original, so be it. The first ones I want to take care of is the Ultralux. So the Ultralux is an establishment of incredible refinement that delicately conceals its operators' more questionable tendencies. There are none who can contest the ideas that it's the classiest place on the strip. So I'm going to get a civilian factory and 750,000 bottle caps, which is pretty nice. Now, as for modifying my government, I still cannot go to discourage traders, but I'm actually happy with the free trade right now since I've got enough resources. Can't boost up my civilian economy yet either, because there's not enough, I don't have enough war support. So what I'm going to go for is I'm going to move up my officer training from local leaders to legendary wastelanders. I'm not too worried about the military cost. What I'm concerned about here is increasing my special forces capacity by 5. So I'm going to get that one. And then because I have some command power in the bank, I've decided to get routed for my Securitrons here. Does he not have? I thought I got robotics expert. I'll definitely have to get that now. I thought I got that one already. My bad. Rapid deployment is finished researching. Now is the first choices you need to make for the refined warfare doctrine. If you're going to have a lot of support companies, then flexibility of command is your best bet, because it will keep their organization up and the fighting ones will give a nice boost. I'm not planning on using a lot, so I'm instead going to go down flexibility of movement, which is going to give me more breakthrough and max speed and less organization loss when I'm moving. So that's what I'm going to go for. Then have political power again. I'm going to boost one more time to go to proficient mercenaries, again to boost my special forces cap. Then I have enough army experience not to get a trait. I am instead going to I have decided to add on 2 combined armed platoons to keep the number 8 and to give it a nice boost. They have literally just been kicked off, but that will now make them a proper 20 width. Lovely unit icon they got there. And the Ultralux is finished, and now I want to go to get the White Glove Society. The White Glove Society has come a long way from its traditional cannibal roots. With fancy masks and jazzy suits, they hope to make people forget what they once were by simply becoming something else entirely. So I'm going to get a cultural advisor, Majori, over here, which will give me some extra political power gain per gain. Subversive activities will cost me 10% less if I want to send my spies out. I'm not going to be using that. Same ideal monthly opinion plus 50%. That's quite nice. And trail deal opinion factor plus 50% for anyone who trades with me. And the first battle for Hoover Dam has started. Now, a little bit concerned at the lack of units that both sides have here. But I'll just have to wait to see how this turns out. White Glove Society is finished. Now, before I can continue down this branch, I actually need to hire Majori myself. So let's go do that. She is here. Old World Elegance. So let's get her there. And now we can carry on with wealthy contracts. The White Glove Society treats with the best and wealthiest people from all across the wasteland. But be they barons from the Republic, visiting gangsters from the arena, or lone wanderers with a fortune to throw at the slots. So improve relations, maintain cost plus 10%, and my trail deal opinion factor also goes up by 10%. I hope this doesn't end the way I am worried it's going to, because now it's 6 against 4 and the attacker is winning. But we have another 15 days to find out what is the results are going to be. Well, thank bloody goodness is all I can say. Old World hold. Luckily, they did get troops back there in time. And the way it works, if they don't have to basically win, it's the Kaiser that has to win. And he didn't. So the Old World holds. And I know in what direction I'll be able to take my playthrough after this. So focusing arrays are finished. Now I can do a little bit of catch up with some research. I am going to start here with militia training. So all my frontline battalions get extra 5% boost to their defense. And wealthy contracts is finished. I think I'm going to do one more focus to ban cannibalism before I end this episode. What kind of savage eats a man? The White Glove Society is beyond that, reformed into a proper group of wastelanders with the noblest of intentions, garnering as much wealth as possible from the wealthiest clientele. So White Gloves will be modified again, consumer goods will go down by 2.5%, and my stability is going to go up by 5%. Pretty damn good. I'm going to be banking this political power for quite a while, just so I can hire the advisors I need whenever I get a chance to. Radius finished. Let me increase my decryption against my enemy by 0.5 points percent, whichever one it is. And frequency analysis is finished. So now let me protect myself with some polygraphic ciphers just to increase my encryption. And there we go. Abandoned cannibalism is finished, and I'm going to end the episode here. It's been quite a good about a year and a half. Got a lot more advisors. Greatly increased my stability and my war support. Added 5,500 to my recruitable population, but at the same time almost doubling my number of units. Unfortunately, no new Securitrons yet. They are still busy getting the boosting up after I increase the division template. At the same time, also created two new division templates as well for my special forces, as well as conquering and coring all this new land. So that was a pretty good year and a half all round. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Goodbye.